Okay. All right. Hello, welcome. This is Whose Line Is It Anyway? And if you've seen the programme before, then you'll sing it again now. It's an improvisation programme in which we set a number of games to our contestants to test out their ability to live off their wits, to perform off the cuff, or otherwise to shrug off their embarrassment. Now, I don't mind telling you we've got a really top-line line-up tonight. In fact, I don't mind telling you that every week, whether it happens to be true or not. But let me first of all introduce our first contestant, who is Stephen Fry, actor and writer. Stephen is an intellectual man of letters who can turn his hand to broad comedy, but does return from time to time to his first love, which is advertising peppermints and building societies. Then we have Peter Cook, who, of course, for many years has been described, and rightly, as the funniest man in England, oddly enough, even when he's abroad. And then we have Josie Lawrence from the Comedy Store Players, who is beautiful, talented and charming. In fact, in many ways, a sort of female Derek Jameson. And finally, we have, as usual, John Sessions, who I regard as perhaps the most gifted actor of his generation. But that's not just my opinion, that's his as well. So here they are, the contestants. Now, the first game is called Authors, and it does allow the contestants just a little bit of preparation because each of them has come along with the style of a famous author in mind, and they're going to take it in turns to tell a story in the style of their favourite author. So if you'd like to come forward, you have, of course, prepared with a famous author, but it's a certain amount of improvisation as well, because I have to get the title of the story from somebody in the studio audience, which I'll do in just a moment. First of all, Stephen, who is the author you're going to start with?
Well, Clive, I've chosen John le Carré.
John le Carré, and why not? Peter Cook.
Albert Goldman.
Albert Goldman, biographer of Elvis Presley,
John Lennon, and yes, Lenny Bruce,
yes. Other people who are too dead to sue.
Terribly nice man.
And, yes,
My
Josie.
author isn't a name as such, but it's the kind of people that write articles for women's magazines.
Oh, right. And John Sessions.
Ernest Hemingway.
Ernest Hemingway. Right, another show if you want for you. Now, OK, so a title for a story. Anything will do, just to link all that together.
Day at the Races.
A Day at the Races, that sounds fair enough. Wasn't that the title of a film once? We'll start with Stephen. When we've had he's done a lot, I'll buzz like that, and we move on to Peter, and so on until the story is told. So, A Day at the Races, in the style, first of all, of John le Carré, Stephen Fry.
George. Controls gone potty, George. Operation Ascot went downhill, George, since the lamplighters and the scalp hunters went on their own and their renegade, George, and we need you right now. What's the odds, Roddy? Don't flirt with me, George. You scratch... Thank you.
I knew that there were serious problems with the horse when I saw him unable to get up in the morning, crazed with drunk, drugs, and women and tiny little white panties. This horse was never going to run. But I knew that once Shergar died, I could make a fortune.
Yes, he interviewed 20,000 people. He asked girls if they do go to the races, do they normally wear flat shoes or heels? And do you know, our survey came across 20% of women wear high heels and the rest wear flatties because getting stuck in the turf, is a no-no.
Lester looked off down the long, curving track towards where the horses were to begin, but he didn't look further than he wanted to because his father had told him it wasn't the course to go on. He knew that the river came round in the middle of the course, which was a shame because it was a racehorse, but it didn't matter a cuss, it didn't matter a damn, because he knew what his father had told him about. It was no cogida for the horse or for him. The horse went along and then it went down a bit, and then it came up a bit. And then if you looked at it from the other side, it went down a bit more. That is what we call in Spain, arumia.
Right, well, that got us off to a racing start, and I have to award some points there. I think I'll give 10 points all round, with a 5-point deduction to Peter Cook, just to make it difficult for him at the beginning. Now we go on to a game called Film and Theatre Style, so called because we have to have a range of theatre and film styles for the contestants to improvise in. We're going to start off with two of you acting together, and it'll be Stephen and Peter. So if you'd like to come forward, I'm going to give you a scene in a moment to improvise,
Yes,
and you'll have to do it in a range of different styles. And I'd like a few suggestions from the audience, if at all possible. A theatre style, a film style, we'll get a few of them for them to... Woody Allen, yes. Wait a minute, I'll write these down. Hang on. Shakespearean. Wait, hang on, one at a time. Gangster films, was that?
Chekhov.
Sorry? I'm sorry, I thought you were being rude to me. Chekhov. It was Chekhov. It was quite clear. It was quite my mistake. Travelogue, yes.
Documentary.
Sorry? Gosh. No, that was fast. I think we've got quite enough there. Right here, so you want a situation to improvise in, don't you?
Not particularly.
No, well,
very much, no.
you look a bit
To be
stupid
honest
just standing there. What we'd like you to do is to be a parliamentary candidate, one of you going round knocking on the door, somebody on the knocker canvassing for a vote. That's your improvisation.
Hello, I don't want to tax you too early on, but I will be going into Parliament, I hope, and I wondered if I could rely on your vote.
Oh, for all the sea that spread its wings throughout the firmament, I knew one thing would come to this particular door, bearing a tall waitress, lovingly clad in silk. But you, I fear, are not she.
Good. Well, I daren't add Shakespeare to that. I think it'd be...
That was a gangster film.
Oh, right, yeah. More like a disaster to me, but let's go into farce, if we aren't there already. All right, okay.
Nothing is not subtle.
Yeah. Thank God you remembered to put them on, Stephen.
Thank God, yes.
Afterwards.
Last-minute
It's
decision.
nicer than the rehearsal.
Yeah. That just reminded. Let's do travelogue now.
Travelogue.
Travelogue. Neath the bedappled yellow ribbon of time that is the Colorado River is a besprinkled constituent upon whom I hope to be able to rely.
The orange beaver has always been a lonely animal.
Sure.
It mates only in the spring,
Right.
and it springs only in the autumn. The beaver that provides so much soap for rich women is endangered.
Right. And
But if
it
you
has
catch
one
it-
enemy. One enemy, this animal.
Me, I hate the
The
thing.
travelogue.
Okay, gangster movie.
Oh, good grief. We've done 3.
Gangster movie. Hey.
Freeze!
Thank you very much. All right. Oh, yeah. Yes, that's fine. Well, it'll be a hard man who gave any less than 50 points each there, so I'll give 25 points each there, with a bonus of 30 to Stephen for his underpants.